James, Perkins Life 4, coming at you today with a cooking video. We eat a lot of rice around here, and we always have a bunch made up. So I always try to come up with different dishes to go with rice. So this is something that I just kind of thought up in my head. It's kind of a take on some other stuff. So, but basically what I've got is this, this is beef shaved steak. So it's going to be, I guess, just real thinly sliced steak. I've never used this before, but it's a pound of it, and they had it on sale at Kroger's for, I think it was like $3.25 a container. So I got a couple containers of that, and then I've also got some of these mini bell peppers, and I've got some onions. I'm using some diced onions that I had because I made some pico de gallo earlier. Should have filmed that one too, sorry. And then I've got some garlic. So I'm going to show you kind of how I do this real quick. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to open this up and see what we got. Oh yeah, just real thinly sliced pieces of steak. Almost kind of break apart in your hands there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of this on there. And this is some Dell's steak seasoning. We got this at Aldi sells this. And it's a really good mixture of seasonings like Worcestershire and stuff like that in here. So I'm gonna put this in here. Wow, that's like shaved real thin. I was gonna cut this up, but I think that these are gonna be just fine the way they are. I think they'll break apart when I cook them up. So put a little bit more of this on. And like I said, I got 2 packages of this. Yeah, that's really thinly sliced there. And I'm just going to kind of move this around a little bit so it kind of coats it all. Oh, the puppies are going crazy over here. They're smelling all this good stuff here. Alright. So I got that done. And then I guess I'll be right back with you here for a second. Alright. So I'm going to cut these peppers up. So I'm not too worried about getting all the seeds out, you know. One thing that you might want to do, I forget it until I start, get you a rag, you know, a towel or something that's damp, and put your cutting board on it. That way it's stable. So I'm just going to cut these peppers up. I'll probably just fast forward through all this so you don't have to sit there and watch me cut up all these peppers. Alright, so I'm done cutting up the peppers. So we're going to go and head over to the other side here, and I'm going to start cooking it all up. Alrighty, I'm back over here, or I'm not back over here. I'm over here at the stove now. I got my pan on. I've got it on probably about, say, medium heat. I'm gonna get some, just regular, some oil, put in here. Throw me some onions in. Like I said, this is just leftover onions that I chopped up for that pico, so that's why you probably see some green onions in there too, but shoot, that's just gonna add a little bit more flavor for me. Throw my peppers in there. Stir this around. Let that cook up really good. And then all I'm going to do on this is I'm going to cook them to where they're about halfway done, because around here they like them a little bit on the crunchy side. I'm going to add my seasoning that I mixed up myself to it. Alrighty, those are getting going. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up cooking these off partially, and then I'm going to put them in a bowl, and then I'm going to cook that steak up kind of separately, and then I'll add them all back together once they're done, instead of trying to, do it all at, one time in the same pot. Well, I mean, it's still gonna be in the same pot, but I'm just gonna cook them separately and then add them together later. So these are getting close to being done. And then right before these are done, I'm gonna pull them out. I'm gonna throw some garlic in there. I don't like throwing my garlic in too early, because it has a tendency to burn and then you'll get a bad taste. So we're going to throw a little bit of it in, a little bit afterwards, before it's done. That's probably about good right there. Keep that all stirred around and mixed up in there. I'm going to cook that garlic here. Probably just another couple minutes or so. Because yeah, it's another thing you don't want the raw garlic taste either. Those poor little old puppies are just having a tizzy over here. Oh, it's just smelling good. Yeah, how's that looking to you? There we go. Okay, I think this is going to be done enough. I'm going to get my bowl. Put this back on there. Add a little bit more oil. And I drained all the last of that, little bit left of that sauce off of here. That kind of steak marinade. I'm gonna get this in here and start just kind of frying this up. I'm also going to turn my heat up a little bit too. Oh, this is smelling good too. Put our tongues out. Looks like it's just going to kind of cook up into a shred, which is good. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever used this stuff here. I want to make sure that I get it all cooked up properly. So we're just going to let it cook. Oh, looking good, smelling good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my peppers and onions and everything back in here. I'll get this all stirred up. All right. Now, since I'm going to put this over rice, I got me some beef base here, or beef broth right here, and what I use is this stuff right here called Better Than Bouillon. This is the beef base one. Also comes in chicken and a vegetable one, and that vegetable one's good. So, but I'm gonna add some of this to it, and all this is just the Better Than Bouillon beef base and some water. That's all that was right there. So I'm gonna put that in here, get it kind of boiling up, and then I'm just gonna thicken it up a little bit. And this is where you could do whichever way you want. If you wanted to add some milk to this, a little bit of milk, and then make you a roux out of butter and flour, you know, make it creamy, you can. But since we have our youngest truck, can't have a milk products or any dairy products, I'm just going to go ahead and use cornstarch and water, which is still going to give me a nice thick glaze to it, you know. So I got my cornstarch and water over here. Give it a good stir. So my stuff's boiling up really good. So I'm just going to slowly add some of this around and stir this in. So I don't want it too thick, but I want it to still have a good gravy on it. And turn my heat down back to about medium. Remember, I put it on high to cook that meat off. See, we've got a good gravy going on there. Wow. And that's probably going to be about thick enough that I'm going to do. See, I got a good little gravy going. You want to see that? Big little gravy going on there. See how that looks? Oh, yeah. So, all right, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to dish it up, and we'll have Atia try it. So we'll be right back. All right, I've got everything's done. I've got the plates made up, so we're going to get the little taste test samples on it. Hold on. All right, dear.
That's good.
Really good. I get a thumbs up on that one. All right. Now we're going to go and check out truck. Let's get over here on Tyler, see what he's thinking.
Oh, so good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Alrighty then, so done. That is my version, I guess. What would you say? Peppers and steak, or steak and peppers?
Yeah, peppers and steak.
Peppers and steak, steak and peppers. So if you have any questions, put them down in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, comment, share, subscribe if you're not a subscriber yet. And I guess that's it. So I will talk to all y'all later. Bye. Okay, everybody say bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.